What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome back to On the Warpath. It's your boy Sanchez 405. If you're new, make sure you click that subscribe button. You hit that bell so you get notifications anytime new content posted. As always, like, comment, share this video out because y'all know what we do here. We talk about the Washington Commanders, and it's the Monday after pill, y'all. It is the Monday after pill, a humbling Monday after pill, as we're going to talk about what went wrong yesterday against the Atlanta Falcons, a 34-27 loss down there in hot Atlanta. And y'all, I tell you what, it was disappointing, man. It was very disappointing. It was a disappointing game. The team looked like it came out there flat. They looked unprepared for the second time on the road this season. We saw against Green Bay. And I look at it, and the first thing that I kind of dive into on that is these drives started out very similar. These two games started out very similar. You look flat on your first drive on both the defense and on the offense, and you give up scores, and then you don't score on your drive. We know that the time possession was lopsided in that first quarter. Patrick says Benjamin St. Juice looks even right now. Yeah. Alex, what's up, man? First time I seen you this season. The secondary is just not good. The all-22 film does not paint a rosy picture. No, I mean, you can also see it. If you don't look at the all-22 film, you could see it, and that tells you just how bad it is. I imagine that the all-22 film is going to show a lot more gaping holes, especially with those zones that they've picked apart, not laying out to the sticks, right? And, it's kind of some of these things we saw with Jack Del Rio, we're seeing with Joe Witt. We just hope that Joe Witt can figure it out. And, I was listening to Candy Waller before I came on Seawall and Bowie TV, and she talked about Joe Witt and his press conference last Thursday, which I'm going to pull up because there's a lot of nuggets that we need to take away from these press conferences. And if you don't listen to the press conference, you should, because there's a lot of things in here that they're telling you that you can allude to, and if you can sift through the bull crap, you're going to figure out that why we weren't prepared yesterday. So let's take a look. It was his first comment. If I had to rip the clip from her, I would have been able to show you this. So he had a page and a half on his opening statement. And this was, he was talking about guys, how they graded out, how they started. And then this is where he started. And he says, now talking about Atlanta, man, really just a young, talented offense. Okay. And it starts with the running back, Bijan, right? We put up the key players each week, and you put your strengths and the weaknesses. And I didn't have any weaknesses for the guy, man. I was just like, man, he can do it all. He can run inside, outside. He can catch. He can block. He can run the screen game. He does it all very, very well. Right there. To me, in that situation right there, you showed me you did not have a plan. I'm sorry. And that might be, that might be a little tongue in cheek. That might be, me looking at it at a very surface level. But to me, that quote says, I have no plan. Everybody has a weakness. You have to expose it. You have to expose weakness. Everybody. Saquon Barkley has a weakness. We've seen it. Bijan Robinson has to have a weakness. And it's his job. It's Joe Witt's job, and whoever's breaking down the tape for him and everything. It's the linebackers coach's job. So it's Ken Norton Jr.'s job to go out there and find weaknesses. Justin Simmons' job to find weaknesses. Daryl Tapp. At every level, there's opportunities to find weaknesses for these guys. That's why people got shut down. Like, what did Carolina do to them last week? Did they force them into the passing game? What did you see? Like, that's a tape you should be watching. But to me, Joe Witt conceded the fact that they did not have a plan for Bijan Robinson. And boy, howdy, last night did it not look like we were unprepared. Sluggish, we can talk about the age of our guys, and we'll talk about that because Bobby Wagner will get picked on tonight. Rightfully so. He will get picked on more than he got picked on yesterday. And we've seen too many times in the last 3 losses, we have seen big plays where he has been burnt toast and coffee time, and he's just running like, hey, you got to go get that guy because I can't catch him. Take that for what that is. But those are things that are they're concerning. It's very concerning that this continues to happen. And that you go on the road and you don't even look like you want to be there. Now, I get it. And I haven't even gotten to the offensive side of the ball. This is just mainly on the defense. Yeah, I know that we've had some issues there in the back end, kind of like Alex said. We lost Will Harris, no Percy Butler either, in that respect. But damn it, all these other guys were out there. For the majority, these guys have all been out there. Sammer's still in the secondary. Trey Amos in the secondary. Well, Trey Amos probably shouldn't have played because he looked like he was still injured. What's up, Dubs? Frankie Louvu, they're keying in on him. He had some key plays. He had some good plays out there. But still, they're keying in on him. Javon Kinlaw, I thought he's played pretty well. Still not really getting that. We're kind of getting that pressure to him. Von Miller showed a little bit of pressure there, but he's still old as dog biscuits. So, I don't understand where the missing link is. And I try to show patience with these guys, and y'all know that I'm probably more patient than I should be with it. But these are concerning issues, and you are getting ready to go into a 4 to 5 game stretch where you're going to play some damn good offenses that can run the ball, damn good offenses that can throw the ball, and not just looking ahead. We look at the Chargers, right? They're coming up. They can run the ball. You don't think they're going to be pissed off after losing to the Giants in the Eastern time zone? Yeah, they're going to be pissed off. They're going to be ready to rock and roll. Then you have the Chicago Bears, who they have a head coach who's pissed off that we beat him in the playoffs, and a fluke win from last year, if you want to call it that, whatever, a miracle win. I'm not going to call it a fluke, miracle win. It's more respectable. You got Kansas City, who's getting right after what they did to Baltimore last week. We got to and this is the defense. This is just I haven't even touched the offense yet. I think the coaches lost faith in the secondary. That's a bigger problem. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. And this is Lattimore. Lattimore has been a bust of a trade. He's been a bust of a trade. He has not been. He has been a liability since he got here. The brother should have his own insurance with him. I was at a golf tournament today, and if Marshawn Lattimore was on there, all these people would have been hitting hole-in-ones on him the whole day. He has no absolute, and it's just when he got here, right? We had to wait so many games so he could get healthy. That was red flag number one. That has been number one. Is the fact that he came in here and we had to rehab him up. And then he got a high grade against New Orleans. Why did he get a high grade against New Orleans? Because they didn't throw to his damn side, y'all. And we know that. He was barely. And that was the team he came from. But other than that, Marshawn Lattimore, he got bullied by Mike Evans in the playoffs, right? He got bullied by A.J. Brown in the regular season. And he got bullied by him in the NFC Championship game. He got wore out by that motion from Green Bay. And then he was burnt toast in coffee time, like he had been spending he had spent all them times revisiting the Atlanta skylines where Ray Lewis visited back when he was down there for the Super Bowl, and he may have did something that he shouldn't have done, allegedly. Anyway, it ain't working with him. It ain't working with Sean. It's ridiculous, right? I mean, I don't understand it. Whether you need to play him inside and move Mikey back to outside, and maybe that's what the issue is. I don't know. But Marshawn Lattimore has been an embarrassment. He has been an embarrassment. He is the red mark on the report card for Adam Peters right now. He has been his biggest misstep. And it's not even close. And I don't know how you salvage that. I could not fathom somebody being worse than Benjamin St. Juste. But yet and still, we have found a way. We have found a way to find somebody who is just as or slightly more worse than Benjamin St. Juste right now. I'm telling you. Man, he's like John Wall at Rose Bar or whatever. He's terrible, man. Terrible. Let's say. What's up, Dub? Dub's going to the game. Hopes 5 is back. Hawk, what's up? What the heck happened? My wife told me ever since I returned to Washington, we've been losing. Well, your wife shouldn't be saying anything because her team ain't doing much better. They couldn't cover a dollar check at McDonald's right now. So what are we talking about, Ms. Hawk? All due respect, all love to you. LC up in the house. He says, "What's up, LC? Should have lost face in the secondary before the season started and fixed it." Yeah, Lattimore would literally make a bad number 2 at this point. Dubs, man. Didn't Geno throw 3 touchdowns against this defense? Did we forget that? Yeah, but they'll say that was garbage time. They'll say that's garbage time, man. And I told people going into that game last week against the Raiders, I was concerned, and they kind of looked at me like they don't have this generational quarterback. They don't have this franchise quarterback. I'm like, it ain't about the quarterback. It's about this defense, man. There's no aggressiveness from this defense, man. There's none whatsoever. They look sluggish. They look old. They look out of sorts. I mean, we literally have a Joe Biden defense right now. We don't know where we're at. Let's see here. He got bullied by Drake London last week. Yeah. Got 3/4 of yeah. I blame Magic City Stroke, Blue Flame, and any other. Hawk, the fact that you know all these strip clubs in Atlanta, or gentlemen's club, as they would call it, concerns me. Does Mrs. Hawk know that you know all these strip clubs, gentlemen's clubs, in Atlanta? I'll pray for you. Why are you gonna go and mess up our happy home? Benjamin St. Juste again. No doubt about it. Yeah. Man, scheme to get Bobby Wagner one-on-one with running back. Yeah, oh gosh, yeah. So we move from the secondary. God, God, Bobby Wagner, holy crap. He looks like the second coming of Thomas Davis right now. And he has he has all cartilage in his knees, unlike one Thomas Davis did not have his only year in Washington. Yeah, Bobby Wagner, I mean, I'm trying to be respectful. I'm really trying to be respectful to a future Hall of Famer. But when you don't got it, yeah, it's like the Sunday Washington Post, right? If you don't get it, you don't get. If you don't get it, you don't get it. And that's Bobby Wagner, man. Bijan made him look silly. Why is he in coverage on Bijan? Another thing is, why are we running Dorrance Armstrong and Von Miller in coverage? Dorrance Armstrong is your leading pass rusher. Why are we dropping him back in coverage? Brother, as big as I am, and you try to get him to cover. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Bobby looking old, looking slow. Literally, I just said this. And y'all think I joke when I make these analogies. He literally looks like somebody stole his damn wallet. He's like some old dude on the side of the bench, and somebody stole his wallet, and he's running down there. Tucker Kraft on that Thursday night against Green Bay. He's like, hey, go get it. He just ran past me. The dude just stole my soup and beans. He did the same thing, and Jeremy Reeves had to run down there to catch him on that 69-yard catch and run out of the backfield. Then that goes back to my point as well. He's so good. Bijan Robinson is so good in this, that, and the third, but it looks like we had no plan for him. As I read Joe Witt's words from him, I can sift through all of this and can tell you that there's no plan. You just literally vomited words to me. Like this is football coach bulimia. What he put up here. Yes, I'm streaking on my screen. You can't see that. Anybody that sits here also and sits here and tells me that, well, we were close. No, we weren't. This score was not indicative of how bad we got beat down. It's not. If you're in the moral victory, that's fine. And I'll be honest with you, you don't want to be here. Because I live with moral victories for 20-some years now. I got a taste. I'm ready to move on. What's the next step? How do we get better? I don't need these cliches from Dan Quinn. He's talking about, well, I give boxing analogies, right? Bruh, the only boxing analogy is I want to see is on the field. And that's punching people in the mouth. Like everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth, right, Mike Tyson? He didn't say that. He did say that, right? Yeah, I think he did. Whatever. This is the middle of the pack team at 2-2. Yes, record-wise. Yes, record-wise, I agree. Absolutely. And they're better than your side team. Hey, man, we got the last decent year out of those old guys last year. How long is it, Adam, expecting it to last? See, now this is my thing, too. Adam picks the groceries, right? He's not the chef. This is on Dan Quinn and the coaching staff, too. Like Jordan McGee. This is what Candy was talking about, too. These guys got speed. These are young guys. You had Cade Madrano active. You had who else did we have active? We had Cade. We had Ale Ko, who had a hit, but then had to go out with the concussion. You got these young cats in there. Why don't you send them out there? Jordan McGee, that's who I was thinking of. Send them out there. Jordan McGee's going to be better in coverage than Bobby Wagner. And that's another thing. Bobby Wagner does not need to be playing 100% of the snaps. Can we respect our elders? Give them a break. Heck, even God said rest on the seventh day. Let them rest on the seventh play or something. Son, it's unconscionable, man. It's unconscionable. Like, I'm just sitting here going down the line. I haven't even got into The stats that made me want to vomit. They need to stop. He can't cover it right. Bobby run a 7.8. Now he runs a 6.7. Not Wagner's fault. Wagner should be person passer. No, it's not Bobby Wagner's fault, but it's worth pointing out. He ain't it. Yeah. Yeah, don't think I'm blaming this on Bobby Wagner, right? I'm not, please don't. Because I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to be respectful. But that's like putting Terry out there with the fireworks, right? Terry had no capability, shouldn't have had no fireworks, and when he put it in reverse, it looked like a hot mess, and it became a meme. You don't need to be out there. You need to spell him. He's situational now. He's like Von Miller. You're not putting Von Miller out there on 3 downs. Let's take a look at the game book here. Y'all got me wanting to look at the game book. How many snaps did Von Miller play? Game book. Hopefully we got the snap count, man. Yeah, let's see. Witt couldn't get home with 4, so why not rush? Yeah, for sure. What's up? What's up, Anthony? Senate. Hey, talk about saying we get to that offensive, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you dropping by, brother. I want to know what the hell the coaches were thinking, seeing what we were in the offseason and not pushing for change on the roster, right? Complacency. I mean, I told Paulie this during the offseason that what I was highly concerned about was the pass rush. I felt like we didn't do anything to address the pass rush, whether that was in the draft, whether that was in the free agencies. We didn't do enough there. And I was concerned about that. We did bring in Dietrich Wise. We got physical on the line. That's fine. But where's that speed? Where's that edge rusher that you're talking about? They had opportunities there. Devin Ezaraku, Mike Green, who went to Dallas and Baltimore respectively. Could have had time to develop those cats and just let them tee off. It feels like we're in some like summer camp work release program that we're like, we got to wait for these guys. And, we're going to wait. You got to go through. It's like we're going through the fraternity process. And we're not going to put these guys out there until the time is right. Well, the time is right. It is now. There's no time like the present. Either you know what you have, either you're going to know what you have and you're going to have something good, or you're going to know you're going to need to change it over. Right? That's why you don't go to a car lot and you just say, I like that car. I'm not going to drive it. No, I'm not going to drive it. I'm just going to buy it straight up. No, you're going to test drive that doggone thing. Let it run out there. Put them in packages. Set them up for success. If they don't, they sink, they float. If they're competitors, then why you draft them? Why did you draft them? Why are they holding up a spot? If it's a team sport, why are they continually hold up spots? I don't get this. San Francisco, they don't commit. Apparently, yeah, I know. I can tell that, bro. Let me see here. I think you had a comment on Twitter too, Adam. Let me see. Like, we all can see that. If we can see that, like, don't you think the other teams see that y'all not communicating right? Like, we can see that as fans. We're not in that room. They don't have the horses they need on the defensive side of the ball yet. They're old and slow, but it's inexcusable that they don't know their side. Yes, absolutely, bro. I'm liking that. That was from Anthony on Twitter. I'll take my boxing analogies from Mississippi. I pity you, fool, too. They just don't have the personnel right now on defense. The cupboard's bare when they took over. It's going to take another draft plus free agency to get better. Not playing bad teams this year. Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Time to cut a loss of Bob, especially Lattimore. We need to replace them Lots to fix. Like, where you going? Like, and that's another question. Who you gonna replace him with at this point in the junction, right? Like, no, I believe it was 7, 8, 6, 7 is the thing. We blame win. Okay, gotcha. London Fletcher played every snap. Let's see here. Put it in reverse, Terry. Vaughn's on Oxy on the bench. What's up, Kelly? Toast. Right. It wouldn't have hurt if our previous regime had drafted well. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Like, but now, but right now, shout out Mr. 405 for the retweet. Appreciate you. Right now, you are in charge of this. It's like everything I said, like, when I took over my new job, I said that I've been there for 4 years now. I said, we are going to have a year where we kind of do everything with the way we did it last year. And then I said, after that, we're going to look at it, we'll review it, and then we're going to change what we want, what I felt more comfortable with doing. We did that, right? And there's some things that we kept in place that we did that I thought was still doing well, and then there's some things that I changed up a little bit. But what am I saying? What I'm saying with this, like, I have to take ownership over the mess that was inherited. This is why politicians suck, right? Because they always blame the previous people for when things go wrong. That's just what we do. That's human nature. Ron and them have not been in here, and they have not darkened those doors in 2 years. This is on them. This is how they wanted to fix it. This is how they wanted to adjust it. Granted, it's going to take a couple more drafts, but still, this is there. This is on them now. But that's a great point, Boski. Like, I'm not discrediting what you're saying, bro. I agree 110% with what you're saying there. But we have to, like, they have to own this. This is on them now. And you can either go in there, correct it, or give me a boxing analogy. I can go on motivational quotes and find anything I need to. If I need to find a motivation, I'll go read the Bible. There you go. Was it burnt, though? Was it burnt, Kelly? That's the key problem. Because if it's not burnt, you did not do it right for Lattimore. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. We didn't do a lot of stuff I thought we often needed, for sure. I get hiring some older guys and having them learn from people as much as Vaughn or Bobby, but this is going on too long. Yeah. Let's see here. If they would rush 5 a little more often. Yeah, who's going to be back in coverage, though? I don't disagree with you, Santiago. I don't disagree with you here. But that would be the other question, right? We're going to have to play them the rest of the year and cut our loss out. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Let's see here. Christopher Hill said, the eye test, man. JD5 is it. Big plays are why he's going to get something, God willing. I believe. Yeah, look, Chris, I hear you, man, but I'm not talking about the offense. I haven't even touched the offense yet. We're still on the defense, by God. Like, we haven't even talked about the offense and their deficiencies. I get you. Hey, Jaden can't play defense. He can't rush the pass. He can't cover Bijan Robinson. We're still on the defense, bro. I've talked about this defense for 30 minutes. Like, that's how much, and I haven't even talked about one stat from this game. I haven't talked about my time of possession is longer than the Falcons right now on the defense. Like, I'm starting to hold my hips and get tired and breathe and have look. Let me get a bottle of water. But I hear you. Hey, respect. We need to rush 5 more than other teams. Our corners can't stay in coverage worth a damn. Rush the shit out of them or get 35 on your head every weekend. It's just true. Why be afraid of the risk if you can't win without doing it for sure? Turtle and burn. What's good, Toothpick? Oh, Anthony. Hey, Anthony, fam on. You better subscribe too, bro. He says, Chase Young, bust. Jamin Davis, bust. Forbes, horrific, bust. That was that was malpractice. Dotson stinks, but might be better elsewhere. And we traded him too. We traded him. Johnny Newton stinks. Ben Sennett, second round pick. Second round pick. Ben wasn't no second round pick, but he was a day 2 pick, right? Now you got me acting like Kevin Sheehan now, Nathan. I can't spell his name. Ben Sennett. Was he really? He was a second round pick. Good God. Oh, gee. Oh, sweet Charlie Jean. Oh, no. Why did I feel like he was later in that draft? Oh, no. No. Oh, God. Oh, shit. We got Unicorn Zach Ertz, right? Oh, God, bro. Let's see. Wags don't cover anyone, so let him rush for sure. I don't believe we have defense. Yeah. Witt needs to make an example of someone before he needs to be made an example of. Like, I'm going to show you. This right here is why Joe Witt needs his ass on the fire right now. I'm just going to show you this. This was the length of his opening statement last Thursday when the coordinators met with the media. I just want to show y'all this. He literally sat there and talked about nothing for 3 minutes. He reviewed what he did against them. He reviewed the Raiders game, and then he went into about Atlanta. Here you go. I want y'all to read this. This was so mad it made me want to spit and crap all over the place. Like, I have seen less fecal matter in my son's diapers than what this man spit up. Here we go. I want y'all to look at this now. Look at this. This was his opening statement. That was his opening statement. Like, to me, that's all I need to say. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to be held accountable. I need my ass on the fire. I don't know what I'm doing. So that good block. Yeah, he did. He'll bust 2 people as the same play. He's got to get better with the ball. Yes, for sure. Amos got lost a couple. Amos was hurt. I think he was hurt too. Because wasn't he on the injury report? Yeah, they probably just told me he had to go. He said, bro, you got to go. I believe you play the way you practice. They had a powder puff training camp, and it's showing up now. How do professional football players not know the scheme or their assignment? For sure. Absolutely. Yeah, and Paulie and I, Amos had calving. That's what it was. Let's see here. Amos's rookie still already looks better than everyone else half the time, to their shame. Definitely a Jay Gruden type practices. That's why they have no discipline, penalty after penalties. Lost matchup after matchup. And then at this point, the end of the season, Witt is going to be more hated than EB. You say that, man. You say that. And we got that. So let me, because I didn't go through some of the stats here with the defense. We just literally went on a tirade about the defense. And y'all know y'all know I don't ever really come with anything written down. We just go through that. I give you instant, honest reaction after 12 play after we didn't play 24 hours or whatnot have went through. Let's see here. Where am I? So y'all know how I am. Y'all know what's my biggest thing. Third downs. Third downs. Atlanta was 6 of 12 on third downs. That's 50%. We were 1 of 8. That's abysmal on offense. That's abysmal. We'll talk about the offense here in a second. They had 435 yards total off, and they ran 64 plays. Big Penix energy. He was 20 and 26. He had 1 interception. Yay, we got a celebration for the defense. Mikey, first interception. Sherman. Hercules for Frozone. Sherman. That's another thing I'll talk about here in a minute on offense. Yeah, I mean, the red zone efficiency was all right. What else we got here? In the first quarter, which they led, what was this, 10-0 at the end of the first quarter? They had a time possession 12:27 to 2:33. We then upticked it a little bit in the second half, 8:01 to 6:59. Then we did it again, 8:31 to 6:29 in the third quarter, and then they were 8:20 to 6:40. They had a total time possession of 34:15 to our 25:45. We had a better average starting yards. We started at our 34. Atlanta started at our 30. Good for them. There we go. Our defense wasn't some great defense last year. I'm not sure why we didn't look elsewhere. I hear you, but it's like all these coaches, man. I don't get it, especially like these offensive coaches and defense coaches. Like Dan Quinn's gonna show loyalty to his guy, and you're not gonna fire a defense coordinator after a 12-5 season and a trip to the NFC Championship game. You're just not gonna do that, right? Maybe should have done it. Yeah, we did have a DC size horseshoe stuck up our ass. That's fine, but they're not gonna do that. You know that. I hear you. Way too many third and longs. Yes, absolutely. Sorry, Stephen. Hello. Hi, Frost. How are we doing? He's yelling already. 1/3 on interceptions. If we can't catch those 2, maybe we win. We can't have nice things. No, we can't. We cannot. So this was the biggest thing. And Nicky Giovanni, I brought this up during the game with when Deuce was here. Nicky Giovanni said in that first half, 116 of 200 yards that Atlanta gained in that first half were gained on second down. And that was where we struggled at. We would get on first down. The defense played really well, put them in situations like 2nd and 12. I want to find this from Nicky too, because I thought that tweet, like just, it was so Nicky Giovanni. Here we go. I gotta find that. But it was just like, and I was sitting here watching. I was like, damn, we are like, keeping it real is going bad with us right now. So here we go. Where am I? Second. Yeah, here it is. Falcons collected 116 of their 200 yards on second down. So this is, let's look at this here. Because that's what blew my mind was this. Share screen. This was her tweet from yesterday during the game. So this is just in the first half, y'all. I hope you can see it. So let's take a look. Y'all can see it right here. So 2nd and 5, Penix had an incomplete pass. Yeah, we did good there. So 2nd and 8, right? That's a 2nd and long. That's a good situation. Bijan picks up first down, 9 yards right there. That's one. There's a common theme here. It was 2nd and 1. We got them. I'd love to see what we did on that 3rd down. And we can go back there, but I ain't trying to look at that because I'm not trying to have another aneurysm. 2nd and 1. They picked up 3 yards. 2nd and 1, picked up 4. Here's another one. 2nd and 7, they picked up 5. This right here. We had got them in a 2nd and 17. They find Drake London for 14 yards to get them out of the hole. Found them on touchdown. Here's another one. We got them in a 2nd and 16. Y'all see that number right there? Yes, that's 43. That's 43 right there. That thing, like, you can rent multiple cars with no additional thing on your renter's insurance with that number. Like, some people are collecting unemployment. Good numbers, too. That's as long as my mom was working at Quantico, feeding the Marines. 43-some years, I think. I'm aging her. She's still 29. So, yeah, look at it. 2nd and 13, 15 yards. 2nd and 12, 12 yards. 2nd and 10, 9. What are we doing? What are we doing? 8 of their 13 second down attempts have been with 6 or more yards to go, and they produce 110 of those yards. The resistance was futile. It really was. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, he did. He did put in work. Let's see here. Should I even say anybody that was good on defense? I don't think anybody deserves that. I don't think anybody deserves the credit of being considered like somebody I liked on defense. I'll give somebody. I got to give to somebody, right? Let me see here. Let's see who can I give kudos to? Frankie Louvu, he had a sack. Yeah, Frankie, good job for you. I mean, these guys make Michael Penix look all world. 313, a career day for him. 20 of 26, 313, 2 touchdowns, and interception. And Bijan Robinson had almost 200 yards he had, what was it? About 181. Touch the ball 21 times for 181 total yards and a touchdown. Unbelievable. Drake London, 110 for a touchdown, 8 receptions. Unbelievable. Give him credit. And Kyle Pitts, he looked like the second coming of Kyle Pitts. Y'all imagine, man, I want to see Kirk family member. Now, we talked about the defense for 43 minutes of what's supposed to be an hour stream. Let's change. Let's roll up. Let's talk about the offense. Cliff Kingsbury, can he come here? Can we? I am tired of this spastic ass offense. I am sick and tired of seeing it. We talked about this, and I'm gonna ask y'all the question, and y'all put it in the chat or whoever's here. What's the identity of this team right now? Through 4 games, what is the identity of this team? What do we do well? Paulie gave a great answer on yesterday. Paulie gave a great answer. I thought it was one of the best answers I heard. I don't know who we are. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we're some prepubescent teen that doesn't know what they want to be in the world, and this is what this team is. Cliff Kingsbury. The fact of the matter is that you couldn't get Zach Ertz involved. We run the ball with pretty decent success. If anything, I think per rushing play, we gained more yards than Atlanta did. I'm going to look at this because I think that's correct. Yeah. So we outrushed them 147 yards to 128 yards. They ran the ball more than we did. They ran it 37 times for 3.5 yards per pop. We ran the ball 22 times, and you include Mariota and what he did in his rest, for 6.7 yards per pop. Let that sit in your spirit, y'all. But apparently we don't like Cliff sits here in his douchey haircut, in the aviators, in his capris, and it's like, oh no, we're gonna throw it. We're gonna run that jet motion with Debo. Like, did we not learn anything from last week? Like I said, I told y'all at the beginning of this stream. I said, you know that we are going to lose a game from our first 2 drives. Offense and defense. Because somehow we set the pace there. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the drive. Let's take a look at it. Score needs to calm down. Here we go. What's my guy Anthony talking about here? Appreciate you, brother. I will. Hey, appreciate you, Anthony. He said he knows I'm on the airwaves, but I'm going to check this out. Oh, God. Tyreek Hill? Oh, gosh. Let's see this. Oh! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Prayers to the brother. Damn. Wow. In this kind of instance, they put breaking on there. That's just poor wording. Damn. Lord have mercy. Here we go. Let's look at this drive. Anyway, got to turn the page here. So this was us. We lost 3 yards on that little run with Debo. Dropped back to pass. Mariota was sacked. Lost 3 yards. So -6 right there. And then Mariota throws Luke McCaffrey. Apparently he had Zach Ertz open on a play, and which was like a bad ball to Luke. So there you go. We go 3 and out. Second offensive drive. This was Chris Rodriguez. He got 2 yards on the run. Mariota passed to Ertz. It was fumbled. He fumbled out of bounds. So Ertz picked up 7 yards. So here's the theme here. So the 2 guys that get you positive yardage, and let's just go look at what these cats finished with. C-Rob had, let's just go through this drive. Just walk with me here, church. Walk with me. C-Rob ran at the Atlanta 10. No, here you go. Yeah. No gain. Mariota throws to Debo, 4 yards. McNichols, left guard, 1 yard. Then finds, this was on that short field, wasn't it? No. Sorry. I started wrong. I thought I read this wrong. C-Rod went 3 yards. First in. Next play, 49 yards. Okay, we're feeding him. This is what we like, Cliff. He goes another 2 yards on the carry. Then they throw to Zach Ertz. Then C-Rod probably needs to get spelled for a minute. He had no gain there. Debo comes in there and pass. McNichol comes in there for a yard. And then we find Luke McCaffrey. So with this right here, we're going to look at the offense. We know that Chris Rodriguez ran 1, 2, 3, 4 times on that drive. Do you realize Chris Rodriguez only touched the ball 3 more times the entire game? 3 times. And he had more than 50% of the yardage on the scoring drive. He only touched it 3 more times. That's malpractice, kids. I got to go through some of these comments. Sorry. Luke McCaffrey was putting in some work. Yes, he was. Luke. We tend to get penalties when we can't afford them. That's why we're consistently 3rd and long. How many drives have we erased through penalties? More than we scored? Or 50? Tyreek Hill's. Okay. It's just Reek. Like, we'll never Luke will never be a great receiver, unfortunately, but he's better. He's better than Jaden has made him look. Jaden doesn't like throwing to him. What? Tyreek Hill went and broke his leg. Bobby Witt is Jim Haslett. And jeez. Let's see here. I am on fantasy. Yeah. Wow. We search. He's done. No clue. Hey, did jet sweep play? Yeah, that was a bad play. Cliff starts out with tricks again. Happy Halloween. His age, he's probably, yeah. Marcus ran too much last week. He's done forever. That's Alex Smith. Oh, God. He didn't need to run last week too much. Let's see here. We'll never be fast again. Yep. And then Chris Hill says, yeah, bro, it's criminal what they've been doing this game. Yeah, and that's another thing with Bill. I don't know why we have to wait till the second half or late in the second quarter to run Bill. I don't get this. But yeah, C-Rob only touched the ball 3 more times. And he finished, he was our leading rusher at 59 yards. That's a great recipe for success there. Bill was the same way. Bill had 7 carries for 47 yards, and he was tearing out. He was popping off some yards there. Let me see here. His longest was 16. So Bill was, let me see something here. Bill was averaging 6.7 yards a carry. So you go away from that. Makes sense. Yes. And that's another problem I've noticed. We've had intentional groundings in 3 out of 4 games this season. To me, that's a lot on coach. That's on coaching, man. That's on Cliff. That's on the quarterback's coach from Stanford. That's on him. David Blau is still there too. That's on these 3 guys. They got to get with these cats and realize, like, you need to know that you can't just throw the ball away. And it's even worse that these are guys that are quick guys that can get. Remember Jaden that cost us some points against the Giants at the end of the half in week 1? Marcus did it last week, and he did it this week. That's on coaching, man. That's on preparation. That can't continue to happen. Debo's emerging as our number 1 receiver right now, where he had 72 yards. And nice pass by Mariota, kind of get that game back into possible reach there. Zach Ertz, another criminal play. What? He had 2 receptions for 21 yards. Luke McCaffrey had a good game. I thought he was good on special teams. I don't think he's ever going to be anything great, but I think he was really, I thought he was good. I thought he was good. And then, and then what was that 1-2 on that RPO Like that quick screen where he turned around, he knew the screen was busted, turned back, and the guys were already downfield on the release. Tay Martin had a nice catch. But yeah, I just don't understand it with Cliff. It was just like with Terry and stuff. He keep him on one side of the field, didn't really move him that much, and I get that, I understand, whatever. But it goes back to the arrogance of these coaches, man. They don't want to maximize what works. They want to go with stuff that's sexy. I'm telling y'all, you can always find. You don't have to shop at Victoria's Secret. You can also find beautiful things at Walmart and Sears. And we continue to max our credit cards out with Victoria's Secret. And you know what? Those things, poor quality probably, and they're done. I don't know. That's more about that. I don't know. I'm just saying. Y'all, come on now. It's unconscionable. It's unconscionable. I will give kudos. I thought Luke McCaffrey had a good game. Like I said, I thought he played well on special teams. I mean, it was good to see young brother. I thought Jalen Lane, they could have used him a little bit better. Jalen Lane on special teams, rough. He muffed a couple. Thank God he was able to get him back. Mariota on that interception that he threw, that the rookie safety, what they call them, the young birds or whatever, that can't happen. That cannot happen. You got to live fight. And Jalen Lane looked like he kind of slowed up a little bit when he saw the safety coming. That can't happen, man. That just cannot happen. Especially on the road. You're already undergunned, and I don't want to hear the excuses. Well, we didn't have Jaden. Well, we didn't have Terry. There are going to be games that you are going to need to win, and you may not have one or both of those guys. And thankfully, the only positive things, yeah, exactly. The only positive things I can take from this game is that it was September. It was September. Hopefully, you can work to get these things right. Darnell Savage will have another week of play. Where the hell is Preston Smith at? Is he's getting veteran days? Like, does it take him that long to learn the roster? I mean, to learn the or to get in. I guess he's getting into football shape because he wasn't at a camp. Was he at a camp this year? I mean, welcome back, Preston Smith, but damn, brother. Let me see. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he hadn't been in with the team since February. Good God. Yeah, he was not. He was not, Frost. He was not. Look, y'all. I just I don't know, but we got a tough task on Sunday. Chargers gonna be hungry. We gotta get game on the road. We gotta start winning these games. We gotta win games on the road. Gotta stop being sloppy. I'm tired of hearing excuses. Dan Quinn got on there today. He said that the defense, in between defense, special teams, they had double-digit missed tackles. There you go. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna put the link in the comments. Y'all want to come on here, chit chat? We talk about it. This is therapy because it's therapy for me, and I feel like I gotta give y'all the platform too. Y'all want to come on here? We'll talk. Depending on who comes up here, I give you time, and then as soon as somebody else pops on, we just give them time. So, y'all want to come on? Y'all want to chit chat? Come on in here. Come on in the room. The doors of the church are open, and yeah. Exactly. Exactly, Frost. 110%, bro. 110%. But yeah, the doors of the church are open. So I'm not gonna sing no hymns or anything like Grandma and them would sing. But yeah. Let me see here. But I look. I told you I had to come on here for the Monday after pill because I know that that if I didn't come on here after after a loss this time around, usually I Mondays have moved to a my show, my radio show that I do locally here in high school football. So that's what we record on Monday because that's when everybody can record for the show. But this time we're going to be doing it live on Thursday. Um, so we'll have so I was able to come here and do a Monday after pill with y'all. So win or lose, I even looked at my wife. I got up early to go to work today, and I'm like, I said, I really don't want to go up here and do this, but I'm like, I have to because if I do this when we win, I got to do this as much when we lose. So, um, yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, man. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Lord, whew. That Tyreek Hill injury was terrible, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. Well, let's see here. Well, y'all, I guess we reached the end of it, man. Paula's gonna be mad at me. Look, I'm just gonna text the man and say, live, live. So he knows I did live. I gotta see if my Yankees can beat the Red Sox tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. How'd y'all do against them in the regular season? I mean, Frost, the best thing for y'all is to lose and maybe Boone will get fired. That might be the best thing. Be like Sam Pittman, right, from Arkansas. He got fired after they got embarrassed. Um, Let me go around the league real quick. Let's go around the league. And I guess we start out Sunday night football, right? Dallas and Green Bay tied. Man, we thought after they dog walked us around the park, we thought that these cats were it. They aren't. They gave a lot of points to Dallas, but it also goes back to the fact this is a week to week league. That's what we learned. It's a week to week league. Anybody can beat anybody. We talked about the Giants earlier. They beat the Chargers 21-18. Jackson Dart's first start finally put something on tape on him, but they win a game. I mean, honestly, I don't think have the Giants even beat anybody in the NFC. I want to see when is the Giants' last conference win? They won last year, and because they just won one this week. Bro, that's because you just like firing people, Frost. That's what they have won. They beat Seattle last year. And here's a fun one for you. They have not won a home conference game So they beat the Eagles back in 2023 at the end of the season. Wow. That's crazy. That's insane. It actually went on 3-game winning streak back then. They beat us. That's the last time they won a divisional game too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that is. It's the last time Giants won a divisional game. I'm glad it wasn't against us. Yeah, I'm glad. Definitely that's not. What was the point of the Jets paying Garrett Wilson? Well, it's because Woody Johnson's kids love Madden, right? That's why they said go ahead and play him. They are sorry. Y'all, well, I'm gonna head up out of here. I appreciate it. We keep that same damn energy. We outlast the best together. I'll be back here on Sunday around 3:30ish, 3:45, as we get ready to take on the San Diego or Los Angeles Chargers. I highly disagree with you, brother. Neither one of them gave us a shot. The game plan on offense was bad, and the execution on defense was bad, man. I hear you. I give slight kudos to the offense, but yeah, I'm not letting anybody off the hook. Coordinators got to be better. Dan Quinn's got to be better. The coaching staff's got to be better. The players got to be better. Everybody got to be better. I hear you. But yeah, till next time, y'all. Love, peace, and hell. Sanchez 405. I'm out. I think somebody played my theme music.